Welcome to the Horrorfest. Today we are discussing
The Last Exorcism.
Believe me, it's probably not going to be the last. Yeah, The Last Exorcism. Maybe in the context of this movie, but definitely not in the genre of exorcism.
Well, hopefully
movies.
not. It's a nice genre. And this one
How
is...
much more? But now, how much more can you do with it?
No. But this one
Yeah.
was incredibly interesting because it was Pentecostal. It was not Catholic.
Exorcism is alive and well. The Bible is filled with demons. If you believe in God, you have to believe in the devil.
And it is done in the found footage style.
Yes, you'd think, or I thought that, okay, look, the found footage now, we've done that, got the t-shirt.
But you know, that's the thing about initially, you know, after the Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity, you think, now what else can people do? But that is actually the genre in recent years that, I can't say it innovated, but people really try to come up with new and interesting ways to do a found footage
to utilize
movie.
the found footage.
And there are actually some very cool ones. And this is one of the first ones that really touched on the exorcism subgenre within the found footage subgenre. So it's a very cool fusion of those.
It is. And a very cool movie.
It was released in 2010.
Yeah, so it's actually, it's fun. We finally watched it.
And it's part of our, we finally watched.
Yes.
And Eli Roth was also one of the producers. So that's, you know, back when he was still into his very more extreme stage.
I'm not a big fan of his, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's touch and go, but hey, you can't deny that he's done some interesting stuff. And it was directed by Daniel Stam. Since then he worked on TV shows like Scream, Walking Dead, or Fear the Walking Dead, that other spin-off which we didn't really get into.
No.
It's a different take on the Exorcist
very much
theme. It's like in the South, you have
a Pentecostal preacher who was a prodigy.
Yeah, like a little kid preacher, you know,
like Axl Rose apparently
Rose
was similar.
from Guns N' Roses.
Like a really charismatic, people listen. But he you can see that he's sort of, while he is still a man of the church and he is a Christian, he's become tired of the whole thing. It's not that he's lost his faith, it's just that he also feels, maybe he feels a little bit more enlightened, and he feels like, just, you need to tell people, you need to give people the information in a way that's palatable to them. So
he approaches it understandingly, but with it's got like preconceived notions of the whole scenario.
He actually comes in sort of the interview that the documentary crew does with him. He actually says that, there's no such thing as demons. It's psychology. So
obviously, you know where it's going to head then when he goes out to a case.
Yeah, but I mean, you still up until. Yeah, I don't want to.
It takes a turn and then it takes another turn.
Yes, which also makes it a very cool. The movie is written in a very cool way. It keeps the viewer.
Performances are very good all round. Very naturally done.
Especially the youngsters, the girl and the boy.
Yeah.
You want to make a U-turn, and then I want you to go back where you came from.
Were you very close?
She was my best friend.
Somehow, the devil got in her.
Brilliant.
And the Exorcist, Patrick Fabian, he plays the preacher.
Yes.
If you've seen Better Call Saul, he's Saul Goodman's brother's law partner.
Yes.
And he's a bit of a dick in that, but he's kind of a likable. He's very. I mean, only into the movie. His voice is so familiar because he had like this frosty tip hair in Saul's Better Call Saul.
Very good actor.
But he was very good in this.
The girl that portrayed the girl that's possessed, Ashley Bell is the actress's name. She was brilliant. So natural.
Yeah.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah.
good. Nothing to be nervous about.
You can say another exorcism movie or another found footage movie, but these two together, it works very well.
Brilliant.
I think they did a very, very cool job, and
Yeah.
it's got some kind of gory, horror-y bits, but not too much.
Yeah, I think if you, maybe if you, like I am, if you're sensitive to animals.
Yeah, because sort of, there are always signs of like there's animal mutilation or killings and stuff on these.
Yeah,
Because it's usually in the rural areas and it's farms.
And also there is one scene that is
Yeah, the
upsetting.
cat scene you didn't like so much.
I mean, I could tolerate it, so if I can tolerate it, I think most people will be able to, but if you're super, you're not gonna, you have to tell yourself the whole way through the scene, it's not real.
Yeah, no, of course, it's not. But
the implication is just
but
very hard to
if
swallow.
filmmakers are, the filmmaker's job is to pull you in and make things
No, for
believable,
sure,
and if it upsets you, obviously then they've succeeded.
But yeah,
But
just a trigger warning. It's a trigger warning,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
I mean, it's not gratuitous. It serves a purpose.
No, it does serve a purpose. Serve the purpose that it's not out of place.
Yeah.
It's very much in line. And again, coming back to this Ashley Bell, to this actress, not only a phenomenal actress, but in this role, she just, in the eventual scene where they try and perform like an actual exorcism, her physical ability was just astonishing. I mean, I know we've just said I don't like the contortion,
yeah, I know,
but hers was naturally. It's what one can manage naturally.
I don't know. Some of it might have been a bit digitally
You think so?
enhanced. Yeah.
Yo, I thought it was brilliant.
Maybe she's a dancer and she's supple.
Yeah, that was one thing that stood out to me, where it wasn't like, now again with this, it actually worked in the scene that it was in. It wasn't jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool movie. Like I said, we finally watched it because I remember when it released, just somehow, I think we tried to get it for the Horrorfest.
Yes.
Did it make the cinema here? Did it go straight to
don't think
DVD?
so.
I'm not sure. So we caught up the other day, and I'm glad we did.
No, I was very happy I saw it. I didn't have a lot of expectation, and but when the moment I saw that it was from a Pentecostal perspective, it immediately tweaked my interest.
Because you always have the Catholic thing.
Yes.
There's, almost always.
So it's interesting to see it from a different perspective. And also the setting that it's in, the South. It's like all the good old boys.
Yeah, it also, I think that also helps to not date it as much.
Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't, it's about 12 years old now, so it doesn't feel as if it's aged much.
And when we say found footage,
well, I mean, it's documentary footage.
documentary, yeah, it is.
We didn't say that. A documentary team
Yes.
is like filming this guy, and he's.
That's it. It's not like the Blair Witch found footage.
Yeah, no,
it's not like that.
It's not found footage, but it's.
But the poor bastard that finds that footage. Pity him.
Well, someone did. And that's what they found.
Yeah, it's a shocking conclusion.
Do anyone survive? Does the camera survive?
It's a shocking conclusion. It really was a shocking conclusion.
Yeah, it's quite far out.
Yes.
So it's worth sitting through if you get a bit. I don't think you will get too bored.
No.
Because they keep
you engaged. They keep you guessing, and they also like put the viewer in a spot where you think like, no man, no, you need to go back.
You know, the creepy factor.
Yes.
It's not an overdone creep factor.
No.
So you kind of, it has some very effective horror elements.
It's disturbing, but in it, I almost want to say like a more sort of, not tasteful is not the right word, but it's not as hectic as the initial Exorcist, where there's like a masturbating with the crucifix kind of a thing. Although there is sort of an element of a sexual overtone in the film, but it's done differently. It's far more tamed.
because I mean it's also supposed to be, you know, it's like an innocent girl kind of thing, and it's the you know, corruption of a evil spirit, and
Yeah. And it's not Pazuzu.
it's not Pazuzu.
Poor Pazuzu.
Score-wise, I will probably give this. Man, I'm between a 7 and an 8, so maybe I'm going to give it a 7.5. I don't like to give it. Okay, I'm not going to give halves. I'll make it a 7.
No, mine's also 7.
Okay. 7 all around then. Didn't want to do 8.
Sure, I'm very much leaning towards an 8 because
Well,
of
then if you do an 8, then it's an average 7.5.
Okay, I'll give it an 8.
Okay, it's an 8.
Yes.
What was the other thing that I
Rubber.
I conjured you into changing your score?
Probably The Conjuring.
No man, it was it was the Devil's Dorp. Conning people into doing your evil bidding. So you see, I just con you again into upping your score.
No, but it was a good movie. And also, again, thinking about the fact that it's a documentary style shot, found footage, different angle Pentecostal. It's a whole new take on an exorcism.
But the fact that it's two very well trodden genres
Yes, and they
brought together and they pulled it off.
served it up like a very fresh breath of air.
So yeah, there's a nice batch of exorcism movies and series and things for you to check out.
Yes.
Obviously there are loads more, but they're not all good.
Nuh-uh.
In fact, they're most pretty bad.
Mostly to be avoided, yeah.
Like any movie with,
unfortunately.
you know, you've got all these movies with Ouija this, Ouija that, Exorcist this. In fact, I think you've got a Ouija Exorcist movie.
There's probably an Amityville
You've got-
Ouija Exorcist.
You've
By
got
now.
Shark Exorcist, which is probably as classic as the VELOCIPASTOR.
Yes.
So you probably have to watch that. So there's just so much out there, and it's difficult to sift through everything and find the good stuff. So if you've got the time, dig into everything. If not, maybe we can give you a little bit of guidance in what you want to watch or what you shouldn't watch, or at least what you should give a try.
But I think you should, give everything a try.
No, if you've got the time and you've got the bandwidth or
Yes,
the money to buy the movies, if you prefer your physical
And the space.
data and the space to store it.
Yeah.
All these factors you have to just to watch a movie, you have to consider all these things.
Yep.
Or if you're old enough, the age restrictions. We watched.
Never stopped me.
But I think some people need age restrictions because some people, they can't handle things. So
No,
you
for
must
sure.
not. I mean, we were lucky. we watched the most hectic stuff when we were like 14, 15. So some people won't be able to handle that. So rather not watch an intense movie if you're too young, because we don't want you to flip out and go crazy. If you haven't subscribed to the Horrorfest yet, please do so.
What's wrong with you?
It's not going to cost you anything. Just go ting and pang with a bell. It's
Yes.
just like, and yeah, drop us a comment if you've seen this, and if your other favorite found footage movies, you want to chat about those, about your other
Let us know.
favorite exorcism movies.
Yeah.
And if you haven't encountered any of these, then maybe now's a good time to start and check it out and
Absolutely.
explore these genres.
And we might be back with another one if we end up watching
The Heretic.
and the other one,
Which other one?
the official sequel.
Oh, the ninth configuration. Well, official according to the writer, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know if we can find that anywhere, but we'll try our best. Thanks. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Let's get out of here. If you can't save my daughter's soul, I will.
You should be compelled to leave this girl. If I beseech our Lord, you may be able to put down wild for the devil. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command thee to be gone!